I'm pretty sure it went right back there.
How is your dad so good in trash talking? He's an artist.
I don't know, I guess trash talk just comes naturally.
Floyd Mayweather's daughter, Yaya Mayweather, has just betrayed her father shortly after his first court hearing. At first, her actions appeared unintentional, but as she truly understood the gravity of the information she revealed and what it could mean for her father, the situation might have been very different. As Floyd continues to battle a series of lawsuits and allegations, her disclosure could prove damaging. On Friday, Floyd Mayweather faced charges in court after months of investigations and legal troubles. He has been dealing with lawsuits from both agencies and individuals. Authorities took him into custody for questioning related to tax evasion, and additional lawsuits have been filed against him for owing money to jewelry stores, defrauding people through questionable cryptocurrency schemes, breaching contracts with certain agencies, and possessing fake property documents.
Next status time will be November 15th at 1.
We didn't take a shot. I don't know what he said. I mean, he said that he's gonna be singing the song with him, but I told him don't.
The case was adjourned, but shortly after the court hearing, Floyd Mayweather's daughter, Yaya Mayweather, was interviewed following a fight event where she accidentally revealed some unnecessary information about her father. Although she clearly supported him and denied any belief in his guilt when asked about the charges, her response took a surprising turn when she went on to share another story, one that hinted at details she may not have realized could complicate her father's legal battle even further.
Does his brothers, your uncles?
Yeah,
how come?
Me, my sister, or my brothers don't box. Just got into it, and I don't think girls should box anyway.
Are you a boxing expert though? You know the sport?
Actually, I do know a little bit about boxing.
And I'm imposing a 6-month sentence in the Park County Detention Center, 90 days of which will be served in custody, the remaining 90 days to be suspended. He will be given 3 days credit for time served, and we'll give him credit for the other.
My dad is a money man, and everyone knows this. They seem to have an issue with him and everything he does, and I'm sure he'll overcome this. That was Yaya Mayweather's initial confident response during the interview, but things quickly took a turn when she was questioned further about her father's alleged offenses. Without realizing the weight of her words, she revealed important details, saying that her father had been involved in many businesses, including cryptocurrency deals. She admitted that she had personally invested in some of those ventures and even lost money, but that her father always told her it was none of his business. According to her, all he does is collect money from the project owners and promote the deals, which often end up scamming people. She insisted he wasn't directly behind the scams, but her words unintentionally implied a level of involvement that could worsen his legal situation.
Providing the number of letters to community service work at FBS9 and 20 hours of community service work with Habitat and Humanity, 10 hours of community service work with 3 Square, 15 hours of community service work with the Las Vegas.
Reasons, some of which are rehabilitation, some of which are deterrence, some of which are punishment, and punishment is appropriate. It's not only to deter Mr. Mayweather himself in the specific deterrent sense of not committing these kinds of crimes in the future, but also a general deterrent effect to deter.
Yaya Mayweather followed her earlier claims of what many consider one of the most ill-informed arguments, comparing her father's legal troubles to a situation in the boxing ring. She stated that in boxing, when a boxer commits an offense, the boxer gets banned, not the promoters. So she believed the same logic should apply to her father's case. Unfortunately for her, this careless comparison only added fuel to the controversy. Her father had publicly denied knowing anything about the cryptocurrency scams, claiming that he was assured all the platforms were legitimate and expressing his disappointment upon discovering otherwise. He also falsely claimed that he had personally invested in the schemes and was actually a victim himself. Additionally, he explained that the reason he deleted promotional posts about the crypto ventures was to prevent others from falling into the same trap, insisting that his intentions were not deceptive and that he wasn't trying to hide anything.
The things things that Mr. Mayweather does for our community, and I think that's great. I hope that those continue. I also am glad to hear that you are now involved in the family court system in California, and hope that that continues and enables you to have a healthy relationship with Ms. Harris and your children. I believe that sentencing is appropriate.
Yaya Mayweather's statements have now emerged as a major contradiction to everything her father has claimed publicly, and there is growing speculation that she might be summoned as a witness to defend her remarks made during the now viral interview. The backlash on social media has been intense, with fans quick to comment on the situation. One user wrote that they didn't expect a man who can't read to raise a smart daughter, calling Yaya one of the dumbest people they've seen, and saying she has never impressed them at any point in her life. Another comment sarcastically mocked Floyd, suggesting he must be a proud father of someone with a baby name, and expressing no surprise at Yaya's poor decisions, implying a pattern of reckless behavior. The public responses only added to the embarrassment surrounding the Mayweather family amid the ongoing legal battle.
Floyd Mayweather's daughter, Ayanna Mayweather, she is going to be pleading not guilty, according to Gossip. Now, her lawyer told Gossip Ayanna is doing fine, although she remains shaken by this unfortunate incident. And according to her lawyer, there's going to be some new information that comes out that I guess we didn't know. So we will see what happens, but she is pleading.
A third person weighed in by referencing Bill Haney's past criticism, saying that he wasn't wrong after all. Floyd Mayweather doesn't seem to look after his children, noting that not even one of them has followed in his footsteps or chose his profession despite coming from a boxing family. The commenter added that it's ironic how some people can have everything, and yet still lack everything that truly matters. Another comment followed, pointing out that Yaya may have just made things worse for her father, suggesting that if she ends up being the reason he goes to prison, it would be something that would haunt her for life. The commenter criticized her intelligence and added that none of Floyd's children appear to be doing anything meaningful, which, in their view, reflects poorly on the kind of father he is. And just like her father, Yaya Mayweather is no stranger to legal trouble herself, having faced court cases in the past, making the situation even more tangled and concerning for the Mayweather family.
Street Money Yaya. Well, if you don't know who Money Yaya is, that's Mayweather. You know, Money Mayweather, the Money Team's daughter. So of course she got little hands, and you know she messes with and dates on and off. NBA YoungBoy, you know they got like that young wild teenage relationship going on thing. Well, she called him slut.
A look back at events from 2020 brings to light a serious incident involving Floyd, Mayweather's daughter, Yaya Mayweather. At the time, she pleaded guilty to a stabbing case that took place in Houston. Now 23 years old, Yaya admitted in court to unlawfully, intentionally, and unknowingly causing injury with a knife to Latra Lasai Jacobs. According to reports, she stabbed Jacobs twice in the kitchen, using 2 separate knives. Jacobs was hospitalized as a result, and Yaya was taken into custody shortly afterward. Both women did not immediately respond to media inquiries at the time. In addition to the criminal charges, Jacobs also filed a lawsuit against Yaya Mayweather, claiming physical pain, mental anguish, physical impairment, disfigurement, loss of earnings, and medical expenses. The lawsuit sought unspecified damages, adding another layer of legal trouble to Yaya's already controversial public image.
Jonathan Zitzman said at the time, she suffered non-life-threatening injuries.
In April 2020, Yaya Mayweather was arrested following an altercation involving Latra Lasai Jacobs and the rapper NBA YoungBoy, whose real name is Kentrell Deshaun Gaulden. NBA YoungBoy did not immediately respond to requests for comment regarding the incident. The exact events that led up to the stabbing remained unclear at the time, but it was known that both Mayweather and Jacobs had been romantically linked to the rapper, and each had a child with him. Following the altercation, Jacobs was hospitalized due to the injuries inflicted by Mayweather. In response to Jacobs' civil lawsuit, NBA YoungBoy's attorney stated that he bore no responsibility for the incident, asserting that Mayweather alone was accountable for the assault. The case drew national attention due to the high-profile names involved and added to the growing list of legal troubles surrounding both Yaya Mayweather and her inner circle. Jacobs underwent surgery due to the injuries she sustained in the stabbing, which highlighted the seriousness of the assault. At the time of the incident, Yaya Mayweather was just 19 years old. She was taken to jail in Harris County following her arrest, but was later released the same day after posting a $$30,000 bond. The incident added a significant mark to her public record and further fueled the controversy surrounding her behavior and personal life.
I mean, we've seen her coming through swinging like Mayweather. I mean, she's Mayweather's daughter. She better have Mayweather's arm or son. They kind of do look alike a little bit. It's kind of creepy. I don't know. But anyway, Mayweather did not comment to this. You know, he normally doesn't comment anything about his, his daughter's situation or her business. You know what I mean? He figures she's a teenager. She's doing her thing as long as she's safe. You know what I mean? What can he do? But NBA Youngboy, of course, he's like playing it smooth. You feel me? Him and Yaya.
The second-degree felony charge that Yaya Mayweather pleaded guilty to carried a potential prison sentence of up to 20 years. However, she reached a plea deal with prosecutors, resulting in 6 years of deferred adjudication. According to her attorney, the agreement includes a provision that allows for the adjudication to end after just 2 years if she maintains good behavior. If she successfully completes her probation, her conviction will be vacated and the case will be dismissed. The attorney confirmed that the case between Yaya and the state was resolved through this deal, which means that as long as she complies with the terms, she will not have a felony conviction on her record, and her legal slate could be cleared early.
On and off type of problems and situations that they go through. Now you guys have seen him in the spotlight numerous times. Like this is not something new. NBA Youngboy is not new to the spotlight, but he handle it with ease. I will say that he doesn't sweat really. He don't really look like the type to be pressured to say anything. He just chills and relax. He just needs to actually apply that same method to living. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yaya Mayweather is eligible to have her deferred adjudication ended after just 2 years, provided she maintains good behavior. Her attorney, Ken A. Schaefer, explained that while they believed Yaya was defending herself after being attacked, they saw this plea deal as the safest resolution. This was particularly the case since her boyfriend and his bodyguards chose not to testify, likely due to their own legal issues. Schaefer emphasized that the agreement with the state meant Yaya would not face prison or felony conviction as long as she stayed out of trouble over the next 6 years. After 2 years, she could apply for early termination of the agreement if she had met all the court's conditions. Schaefer also downplayed the concern over Jacob's civil lawsuit, stating that Mayweather had no meaningful assets, so any judgment against her would be virtually uncollectible.
You brought the money up. No, I said what we can do for our kids. I said what we can do for our kids. Bill, I said the same thing. Was I riding the Rolls Royce before my son? Was I riding the Rolls Royce before my son? Bill, I want to let you know something. Nigga, knock it off, man. Don't nobody. Listen, I'm not gonna keep.
Kent A. Schaefer, Yaya Mayweather's attorney, further added that NBA Youngboy was more at fault in the situation than Mayweather, despite his formal denial of responsibility. Unbeknownst to Yaya, NBA Youngboy had been hiding Ms. Jacobs in an upstairs bedroom for several days. When Jacobs came downstairs and saw Yaya, she allegedly viciously attacked her, prompting Yaya to defend herself. Schaefer stated that the worst part of the incident was that NBA Youngboy and his bodyguards could have intervened to prevent the altercation, but instead chose to watch and laugh as Jacobs attacked Yaya. As part of the plea deal, Mayweather is forbidden from having any contact with Jacobs, who was granted a protective order against her in December 2020. Additionally, Mayweather must complete 40 hours of community service as part of her sentence.
We're not even here talking about no money, Bill. We're not even here talking about no money. This ain't about no money. You brought the money up. Who did? You did. You brought the money up. You talking about what you can do?
It wouldn't be entirely untrue to claim that Floyd Mayweather has missed the mark as a father and a role model, especially given Bill Haney's recent accusations. The conversation between the two began with hostility when Haney bluntly told Mayweather that he viewed him as a freaking idiot. Haney then shifted away from boxing and sparring to ask Floyd a more important question. What's your record in life? It seemed like Haney either hadn't heard Mayweather or was intentionally ignoring the obvious, as Mayweather responded by reminding him of his boxing achievements. Floyd emphasized that his success in the ring was a reflection of his life's achievements, implying that the skills and discipline he demonstrated as a boxer were also the foundation of his identity in all aspects of life.
Almost.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you think Floyd did that intentionally?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Why? After so much time, after like I guess again, after what we think he helped you come into the game, he gave you the spotlight. Like, why would he try to diminish your career?
Because at that time, I don't want to go too deep into it because I don't want to bring up but it was somehow that they were saying that I was messing with the daughter off of the fact that she kept Snapchatting me.
Okay.
She kept hitting me on the snap.
Floyd Mayweather responded to Bill Haney's challenge to affirm, "My record in life is undefeated." However, things didn't stop there for the Mayweather family. Yaya Mayweather also found herself at the center of a controversy that contributed to the fallout between her father and boxing star Gervonta Davis. The tension between Mayweather and Davis reached a breaking point when it was revealed that Yaya played a significant role in the rift.